very, very unpleasant for them. And Dutch players would disagree. They think they've got a strong kingside attack. But the difference with this position is, I mean, they want to. One of the ideas of the Dutch is to get this advance here, and not so easy. And it's not so. And it's often another advance that Dutch players want to get is e5, and it's not so easy to, if you see f5 and play b3. It's not so easy to get e5 in unless they do it straight away, and then it's, their king is very loose. It's fluttering in the wind. You can start bearing a great deal of pressure on the king side very quickly. B3 is a really strong weapon here, and a lot of players won't have prepared against it, and also a lot of players like to fianchetto, and as a beginner, if you beat them to the punch, it can throw off their game quite significantly. And exchanging off that dark square bishop is one of the main ways to attack that kingside. So there you have it. There's an overview. This deadly opening system for beginners is great because it's transpositional, and it's great because they're not going to know what to do. They'll probably play a weaker line. One of the center pawns is actually weaker than attacking the center at a distance in this case. And if they play c5, you can immediately transpose into an English and have a great game. The game plays itself. And another idea is, and obviously you in English, to get that dark square bishop on the long diagonal, because these pawns are not in the center obstructing it. Obviously there's going to be a battle for the center at some point. So you have a really strong set of ideas. You've got the queen pawn game, you've got the English opening, you've got the reversed French, and for white. And so these are like three punches. The queen's pawn game is like a solid classical game where your king is utterly safe, and you've got and same with the English opening. It's got a lot of play on the queen side, and it's a lot of central control, and attacking players love it because you want to get to the beginner, you want to get to the middle game with equality. That's key. You don't want to be winning. You want to have everything safe, everything developed. You want to have completed the opening phase. You achieve that, you're doing really well. Now, how do you know you've completed the opening phase? Your king is castled and safe. Your heavies are together, and you have a clear plan of attack, and you've got clear you've got some of their structure to bite into. And now once you learn this, you've also got this response for black. That it doesn't matter what they play. Like say they play the English, say they play the queen's pawn. Alright, now if they play the c pawn, then you've got the queen's gambit declined, or the Slav, or so many different ideas. You've also got, with this, you've also got the king pawn. Play here. Now, typically they'll play their queen pawn, and now you have a French defense. And if the French defense is a totally winning strategy for grandmasters, and so you're not afraid. Now, the advance is one idea, right? The exchange just makes everything equal for black, which is great, easy to develop and castle. And also, if they defend with the knight, they're trapping in their dark square bishop. And if they play here with the knight, you can respond with your knight, and which can sometimes provoke them to advance, which you're not worried about. Or you can try this. What are they going to do? What are they going to do against this? Okay. And one of the ideas is that you can easily snatch a pawn, and you can double up their pawns here, which ruins their ideas. And if they do advance, you can ruin their pawn structure. And play c5. Immediately challenging them, immediately opening it up for the queen to attack these weak pawns, and you can play very effortlessly here. And now you have given up your best bishop, but you've ruined their structure. You've given yourself something to target on the queen side, and it can easily go wrong for white. And so you're playing that idea for white. You're playing with French ideas, Queen's game pawn ideas. You're playing with English ideas, and that sort of transpositional nature of it, you can learn it to the nth degree, and you can apply it to be aggressive and to get as many victories as possible when you're just starting out. See, that's the key to a beginner going from beginner to a strong club player, is victory. You get that victory between your teeth, you feel great, you play great, you see yourself going up in the ratings, and you're beating your dad. So, alright, take care everyone. Bye!